Hi, hello, vanakkam. Welcome to our CAS 58th online session, Empowerment of Women on Holistic Approach of Health by Dr. J. Thavamani Madam, gynecologist, researcher, scientist from Sharjah, UAE. Actually, I'm thinking of resigning from CARE, my dear participants. Since Krishnamurthy sir or any other CARE's guest, whoever is coming, they are having minimum 5 to 10 degrees. Reading their degrees is a hectic work for me. Reading itself is a hectic work for me. I don't know how they studied. My daughter seeing their degrees, she asked me, I too studied A to A, B, C, D up to Z. Why don't I put them behind? So many degrees they are having. So now we go to today's topic. Women health is closely tied to their family success. If a woman is healthy, she looks after everything in the family health, her own profession or business, children education, share husband work, etc. and etc. If a family is successful, then that means the woman behind it is very healthy. So, but one of the biggest challenges women face is learning how to take care for themselves while caring for others. She knows my husband will get cold when he goes out in a cold weather, so she advises or orders to wear sweaters, monkey cap, etc. and etc. And she knows my son will get dysentery if he eats outside food. But she doesn't know eating leftover food the last night may not be a balanced diet. And so CARE has taken care of all our women participants, giving this topic of health empowerment of women. Good self-care is important aspect of health. My dear lovely ladies there, the best gift you can give to your family is not the delicious food you cook or gifts you can give. Your health and happiness is the biggest gift you can give to your family. With that note, here we go with today's agenda, CARE's presentation by our CARE trainer, Sahana. Over to you, Sahana.
Okay, ma'am. CARE, Chidambaram Academy of Refinement and Enrichment, was started on 5th September 2006 and named after the renowned freedom fighter Mr. B.O. Chidambaram of Thoothukudi. The main objective of CARE is societal development through human resource development. We have an easy accessibility. CARE has 11 zonal offices across South India, namely Madurai, Tiruchi, Kovai, Vellore, Chennai, Hosur, Puduvai, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and Kerala. Services offered by CARE: training and development, guidance and counseling, legal support, recruitment, other services like corporate films and training videos, corporate magazines, GST services and training, translation works, event management, and CSR activities. All our activities and services are guided under our founder director of CARE, Dr. R. Krishnamurthy, professor, psychologist, trainer, advocate, and social worker. And also by our joint director CARE, Mr. S. Balachandar, director, ELM World Academy, Hosur. You can contact us to the given mobile numbers. Also visit our website for more information. You can write us for any queries in the following mail IDs. Join us through social media by subscribing our YouTube channel for free motivational videos, CARE HRD for Success. All our online sessions is also being shared in the YouTube channel. Also find us in Facebook, CARE HRD India. Now, to formally welcome the chief guest, may I request her to please accept the bouquet.
Welcome, Doctor. Welcome to CARE.
Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Now, may I request Mr.
Thank you very
Rangaswamy
much.
to please accept the bouquet.
Welcome Rangasamaya. Welcome to CARE.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sahana. Next, I invite our Rangasamy Ayya, President WCSC Hosur Zone, to deliver his inaugural address and introduce our today's faculty. Over to you, Ayya.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you, sir. வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. It's a great pleasure, Dr. Krishnamurthy, when he spoke to me, that can we call Dr. Thavamani to address this topic. It was instantaneously she agreed. You know, this holistic health for the women's empowerment is a order of the day. Today, almost throughout the world, people are at home because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now we have in this group more than 5 to 6 doctors are there. At the end of this, I would request these doctors form a panel and let us put this topic, and so that Dr. Thavamani can enrich all of us, because she has been doing quite a lot of research. So much so, she has been, whenever we call her, she just says, yes, I am there. And whichever may be the group, it does not matter whether it is in Chennai or whether it is in Hosur or whether it is elsewhere in Bangalore or Aryar, she is always ready to spare a lot of time. Let me, before I talk on this subject, let me introduce Dr. Thavamani. And Dr. Thavamani is in Dubai. Last 21 years, she is in Sharjah. She is a practicing general practitioner, gynecology, and she has studied MBBS, Dr. DGO, MBA, and PhD, and M.Sc. Yoga for Human Excellence. And also she has done a postgraduate diploma in Vyasa University, Yoga University, and she is working in Sharjah in SMC, UAE. And if you take her passion as a field of passion, unimaginable. And she has been doing research and scientific research on women's health, children's health, medical counseling she has been doing, spiritual counseling, and also she has presented a number of research papers on national and international conferences and seminars on the same topic of women and children's health. That is what Dr. Thavamani is. And if I go on tell her contribution, it is just taking much more time, so I'll cut it short and get on with this topic. And all of us in this forum, we have to remember that one thing is there: body, mind, and spirit. I think Dr. Chokkalingam is also there, Dr. Shanmugavelu also there. I have heard both of them talking on the same subject of women's empowerment and very often. And in fact, it was a wonderful thing to welcome and be with all of you. It is a great pleasure to be with this august audience. And this topic which she has selected, she has been doing quite a bit of a research, in-depth study. So I request all of you to be with her and take home messages she will give. And to start with, we will see where from she gained this in-depth knowledge on this. Is not only she being a doctor on practicing gynecologist, and also understood the basic philosophies of Maharishi, Vedatri Maharishi, who has given the world, how world peace will come by individual peace, family peace, and also the world peace. For he has always, like our great leaders, if you take Mahatma Gandhi ji, or as a matter of fact you take our great Bharadiyar, or as a matter of fact all the Jnanis, who have always seen and gave quite a bit of a respect for the women folk, especially how it was in the early times. and how it is now. In fact, what we call as a Brahmanyanam, which once upon a time, which was told that women should not learn all these things. All these things were kept away. The spiritual knowledge was sidelined, I would say. But our Vedadri Maharshi, he came out with the philosophies of breaking the chain, and he gave the world wonderful philosophies. In fact, I always say, every day I read, he has given an ecstasy of a poem, which I want to tell. And please listen to these few words. எல்லையற்ற ஆற்றல் உள்ள இறைவன் திருவள்ளுவன எவ்வுயிரும் தோன்றுவதற்கு ஏற்றதொரு திருவழியாய் வல்லமையாய் பெண்ணினத்தை வடிவமைத்தான் அற்புதமே வாழ்ந்து வரும் மக்களில் இவ்வளமறிந்தோர் எத்தனை பேர். How many people know this? That you are talking about mother, father, sister, and brothers, and all that. Where have you come from? 50% is women folk and 50% men. Where from the men came? He is asking a simple question. எல்லையற்ற ஆற்றலுடைய இந்த இறைவனோட ஆற்றல் பேராற்றல் and unlimited energy, and இந்த பொசிஷன்ல பெண்ணினத்தை அவமதித்து பெருமை பெற நினைத்தவர்கள் பெரும்பாவ சுமையேற்று பெற்ற துன்பம் உளையறி எண்ணி எண்ணி பெண் பெருமை ஏற்றி பொழுந்து எழுதி இன்பமுற்றோர் இவ்வுலகில் இறைவனை போர் என்றும் உள்ளார். So respect the women folk. You will live. You are already divine, and you will live a divinity in your own self, and you will realize the life perfection. That is realization of God will be with you. And more or less, these are the ways in which the spirituality is taken through, and body mind as a complex, and you proceed on to the next level, then you get the holistic health, and thereby the women folk will always remember that there are people who have done so much of good, so much of greatness, and their greatness is always recognized. And that is why this particular topic will be taken to the household, and we respect the women folk, we salute them, and we always pray for all the welfare of the women folk. The whole world is under severe strain, and during this COVID-19 pandemic, and we are all at home with the mother, with the children, with the parents, and all that as a team. And what's going on with them is a turmoil, because there is a fear. I think our Dr. Thavamani will tear this fear away, and today's we will now bless her and bless all of you wholeheartedly for joining this care team. Thank you very much, sir. And let us now give it to Dr. Thavamani.
Very spiritual inaugural address, and very apt introduction for today's groundbreaking speaker. And here we go with, as usual, announcements. So type your doubts in the chat box that will be clarified by the trainer. At the end of the session, raise your hands during question answer session. You will be unmuted and you can ask your doubts or share your feedback with us. You can provide your name, WhatsApp number, and city to have further updates of our program. Okay. Yes, Thavamani madam, we are ready to take care of ourselves. Are you ready to guide us? Rock the floor, madam. And the floor is all yours.
Good evening to each and every one of you. Greetings from Sharjah. Thank you very much, Rangasamy Ayya, for this wonderful introduction. I also have to thank the care team, Dr. Krishnamurthy, Geeta, and Sahana madam, for all such wonderful introduction. Today we all are going to discuss about empowerment of women's health through holistic approach. Which part of women shall we empower? Shall we empower the mother or sister, or the life partner, the wife, or the daughter? Or which part of the work we should empower? She works as a nurse, cook, driver, friend, counselor, teacher, homemaker, HR for the family, and also a earning member in the family. At this COVID time, we all know mother is the first health and caregiver at home. In this communicable, any communicable diseases, whether it is COVID-19 or swine flu or SARS or hepatitis or malaria, dengue or head lice or scabies or chicken pox, measles, HIV, AIDS or syphilis, anything, any communicable diseases comes. Mother is the first one who will identify what is a problem with her child, with her husband, or with any of her family members, and she gives first aid to them. And she has to have enough knowledge about these communicable diseases, so that now with this pandemic, all the women learned how to manage the family members. But most of my counseling session was, doctor, everybody is there at home. Everybody is sitting in front of the computer and laptop. What is this? I am working 24 hours. Before, every day morning, she used to pack her tiffin box to the children as well as to the husband, and she has little time to rest. But now kitchen is open for 24 hours. That is a major stress what she is going through. So that is why we thought, I have been giving this empowering women from the beginning, because once we empower a woman, automatically the whole family is empowered. There are also some preventable non-communicable diseases which is also empowering. According to the WHO, the 4 common non-communicable diseases are diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, respiratory diseases, and stress. These are the most common in this present modern lifestyle era. The cause is very less because of physical activity is very less. Healthy food habits are gone out of our control. And there is smoking and alcohol, which is also one of the important factor where children as well as adults are getting addicted to that. And also stress. In our day-to-day life, we are going through so much of stress, but we don't have time to manage our stress. So these are one of the common cause for the non-communicable diseases. So we have clubbed science and spirituality. So our ancient Indian tradition says there are 4 stages of life, but mostly it was for men, but it also applies for women also. The stage of brahmacharya, that is the student stage, up to 24 to 25 years, where the student is supposed to concentrate on education and improving his knowledge. The next comes the grihastha stage, the householder stage, then the vanaprastha stage, the retirement from the worldly life and going into the forest in those olden days. And next is the sannyashrama, that is total renunciation. So I am discussing based on these 4 stages of life. Today I am sitting in Sharjah and talking to all of you. I also went through all these 4 stages. First, I was happily living with my mother and father and my brothers and sisters. One fine day I got married. I have to forgo the whole family of parents, which I thought that is my whole world. Then I came with my husband and my children. I thought that is my whole world. But along with that, I had to manage my doctor's profession. And then also I have to, it's my basic from the beginning. I had a spiritual inclination. That is how you can see all my update in my degree as Yamuna was updating. She has so many degrees because knowledge has no limit. You can keep on increasing your knowledge by studying so much. Then you can just pass an exam. That's okay. It's a more challenge. Like you get adrenaline thrill when you write and pass an exam. That is how I did my M.Sc in Sky Yoga. And then I also did my postgraduate diploma in yoga therapy for doctors in SVSI University in Bangalore. So that is how I clubbed spirituality into my medical science, because allopathy is my field and gynecology and helping women and children is my basic passion. But when I club this with a holistic approach, it has so much of difference. So that is why every woman has to handle 4 parts of life. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So that is why we educate women, because educating a woman is like educating the family, educating the society, and educating the country. So automatically her children and all her family members are educated. So every woman should learn about physical health, mental health, social health, spiritual health, as well as financial health. So in all these 4 stages, she has a special character. As Rangasamy Ayya was telling, Marshi says that every human being in this world is delivered by a woman, because God selected a woman for this very important job. That itself shows how much of trust God had on these women, how much of big responsibility God has given to these women. So she undergoes puberty, menstruation, pregnancy, menopause. That is the only difference between men and women. The other diseases are common, either it is obesity, heart disease, diabetes, STDs, autoimmune disease, depression or anxiety, it is the same. So this working women and technology is a great challenge, because along with the motherhood and taking care of the family, she has to handle all that. So some of the other diseases like breast cancer, ovarian or cervical cancer is also something typical for a woman. Is it possible to prevent that? Yes. So let us know a little bit about what hormonal changes happens in a woman's body. So when the mother is pregnant with a baby, for the first 3 months, whether it is boy or a girl, it is almost the same. At the 3rd month, the Sartori cell will become an ovum, and same thing for the men, it becomes the men cells. But in a woman, during puberty, the hypothalamus produces gonadotropin releasing hormone, which will stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to produce luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Later, this stimulates the ovaries to produce estrogen and progesterone. That is how ovulation happens. The pregnancy happens. If pregnancy doesn't happen, she will have her menstrual cycle. So approximately around 350 to 400 cycles she goes through, until she stops this cycle in her menopause. So what is this puberty? Puberty is a normal physiological process. Remember, puberty is just a normal physiological process. In olden days, whenever a girl child attains a puberty, there was a big function. It's almost like an announcement. My child is ready. She has become a woman now. She is ready for the marriage. But nowadays, with so much of modernization, there is something called premenstrual symptoms. There are a lot of mood swings, feeling upset, anxious and irritable, trouble in sleeping, bloating or tummy pain, back pain, headache, or spotty skin, and changes in appetite, breast tenderness. Like that, there are so many symptoms which is happening during the periods. So we have to talk about periods, but who has to talk about this? Mother is feeling very shy to talk. The school has to talk, or the society has to talk, or the grandparents has to talk, or the brothers or father. Who has to talk? Somebody has to talk to these children. Every period starts between the age of 10 to 15 years and continues until 45 to 50 years. That is for approximately 35 years this girl is going to have her periods. That is 420 periods in her lifetime. In this adolescent stage, they need lot of love and affection and identity of who I am. With lot of love and affection, we can teach these children what is this menstruation and how to take care of that. There are so many other changes which is happening in her body. But these periods is one most important part. During this time, women use disposable sanitary products, pads, tampons, and even for babies nowadays, we are using Pampers because it is very convenient, it is leak proof, and we feel it is so much hygienic. Olden days, they were preparing it from the natural materials like cotton, but nowadays, since the population increasing and the need is also increasing, they have to use some plastics and some chemicals to produce these products. So this is causing some health issues also, like infection, rashes, and other health problems also. And sometimes this you forget to remove that, there may be some smell also, and that will indirectly cause some problem. These pads, they cannot be reused, they cannot be recycled, They are non-biodegradable. It takes approximately 100 years to 300 to 500 years for the sanitary pads, the pampers, what we use for babies, to just become a small plastic powder, which we again inhale into ourselves, and again it is causing health problems. Sometimes these pads are even put in the toilet, washrooms, and then they flush it off. And then there is clogging of the sanitary pumps also. And you have seen that the people have to jump inside to clean this. And because of this poisonous gas, people have died also when they try to clean this. And on the roads, you can see these pampers and pads being eaten by these dogs and cows, and even when they are thrown into the ocean, even the fishes and all these animals are eating these pampers. Isn't there something women can work on? That in Bangalore alone, about 90,000 tons of menstrual waste are thrown. Definitely, as women, we can work on that. There are reusable cloth pads for girls, and there are also some reusable menstrual cups which can be used for women. This, you can learn more about it through this Green the Red campaign, which is Save Mother Earth and yourself by using this reusable one. There is also Kaya Kalpa Yoga in Sky Yoga. Sky Yoga is a simplified Kundalini Yoga where Maharishi Vedatri has taught about Kaya Kalpa Yoga. It is just a 7 minutes exercise. This exercise can be taught from the time this girl attains puberty. It not only boosts her immunity, it prevents aging, it maintains her youthfulness, adolescent hormones are regularized, the menstrual problems comes into control. There are so many chronic medical conditions which can be prevented, and it also helps in modifying a genetic center. This modification of genetic center is a spiritual topic where the genetic center is in the Mooladhara, where that is how from the crown center this energy is initially it is present in the Mooladhara. In simplified Kundalini Yoga, this is raised to the Agna and the Turiyam. So these genetic center modification, by doing this Kaya Kalpa Yoga, you can also remove your Sanchita Karma and Prarabdha Karma and so much. So that is how we have to study more about spirituality to understand. And also from this time onwards, till she gets married, it is nice if she maintains celibacy. It is not that depending on the other cultures or Western culture, we should not get carried away. And maintaining celibacy is a very important topic in this age group, because her ovum and the boys also can do this Kaya Kalpa Yoga, and for the sperms and ovums, purity is maintained by that. We can go a little more in detail through the Sky Yoga system. That is, the body, mind and life force energy of the mother and the child is kept in care. In this adolescent age, she also goes through another medical problem, that is that obesity. We all know obesity is increasing like anything in around the world, just because of lack of exercise, unhealthy food habit, and increased stress level. There are so many other medical conditions also which is causing this, like it can be any endocrine disorders or hereditary disorders or hypothyroidism or insulin resistance, polycystic ovarian syndrome or Cushing syndrome, or some of the genetic factors also. Approximately your body height in centimeters, you can minus 100. Like if you are 162 centimeters, minus 162 can be your weight. You can also put your height in centimeters and weight in kgs in Google, and you can calculate your body mass index. Maintaining your body mass index is very important to maintain your physical health. Like if you are underweight, your BMI will be less than 18.5. Normal is about 18.5 to 25. If you are underweight, normal, it is very good. If you're a little bit on the overweight side, you have to work little bit on yourself. And obesity and morbid obesity is also there. So we should consider our body as temple. Just now, as as Gita was telling, that whenever we prepare food, we just feed everybody, and whatever is left over, we eat it. We eat either less food or the leftover food in the house. But the body, we should treat our body as a temple, because we have to do exercise. These simple exercises can be done from 8 years to 80 years, and they are very simple. In this Sky Yoga, we can see such simple exercises. If you are a little bit more advanced, you can also go in for special yoga techniques for ladies. And if you have more time, or if your BMI is little high, you have to go for a walking. Because by going for a walking, we are not only exposed to the nature, we are not only exposed to the sunlight, we are getting fresh oxygen from the outside atmosphere. And we see the nature. It is so important to go for a walking along with our exercise. Food is medicine. Of course, this is women's department. Mother feeds this child from the single cell onwards. When the child is in the womb, from the single child, it is the duty of the mother who is feeding this child. Even after the child is born, this mother is breastfeeding her. The 2 years of breastfeeding is the best immunity a child can develop. At least minimum 1 year, the mother should feed the baby. That is the best immunity any child can get it. And for every child, the mother and father are the best role model. What you eat, they are always observing. What you exercise, they are always observing. So whatever the mother and father are doing, the children are always observing that. So healthy eating habits should be inculcated to them from the beginning onwards. That is the importance of healthy eating. We can always be conscious, because a mother cooks food 3 times in a day: morning breakfast, lunch and dinner. And in between, she has to make some coffee, tea in between. So 5 times she is doing something. What men's duty is, at least when you are drinking your coffee or when you are eating your food, just tell one word: wow, it is very tasty. At least the next she will do it with enthusiasm. Because if there is no appreciation, she feels so demotivated, and always phone is there in her hand. So anybody can order any food. If a mother's food is not appreciated, naturally anybody can order any food. So whatever food you are eating, try to eat simple natural food like fruits, green leaf vegetables, dry fruits or seeds. Most of the time it should be homemade food. It can be grains or sprouted grains. Try to use more of natural oil. Use more of green leafy vegetable. Very important to choose the food which is rich in iron, protein, minerals, fat, vitamins, etc. And avoid sugar, maida or white rice. And better not to eat much of junk food or other food which is not good for our health. Just best is to avoid all the junk food. So many times we eat food for our tongue, for our eyes, for our nose, for our ears. So many, I am sure you understand what it means. Because so many times we keep eating food for different reasons, not only to nourish ourselves. So next comes this Grihastha stage. The Grihastha stage from 24 to 48 years, which is a household life, where the women gets married, and with the help of the husband, she starts her own family. So she makes a children. So together, husband and wife together, they make house, car, and whatever materialistic wealth is needed, they make for the family. But definitely they should not also forget to do the spiritual practices from this stage. This is a very important stage of pregnancy and care. That is why I said from the puberty, when she attains puberty itself, from that time she has to take care of herself, because her womb has to be taken care, her eggs has to be taken care from the beginning. So when the mother just conceives with one sperm from the father, the one sperm and the one ovum, from that cell stage onwards, it is the duty of the mother and the people around to take care of this child. The mother has to nourish this child not only with the food, with the mental as well as spiritual health. The mother has to feed that. So the people around her also is equally responsible to take care of the child, because the child can understand from 8th week onwards, by ultrasound, we can make out the heartbeat of the baby. And slowly each organ starts developing. She has to enjoy, she has to keep on giving positive vibrations to this beautiful baby which is growing inside her stomach. And the second trimester, we can, the baby starts growing in the hands, legs. It's all started growing very nicely. And when we are putting unwanted things or watching some unwanted TV serials or fighting or so much of stress, everything, whatever the pregnant lady is going through, the child is also going through. At this stage, the child can understand what is happening around. The child can understand. That is why the mother-child bondage is really too much, because they both can understand each other so well. In the third trimester, her whole body system is changing so that the baby is getting ready to come out. So which trimester is important? Each trimester of pregnancy is important in its own way. So as a gynecologist, as an obstetrician, we just really keep on nurturing them with a lot of positive effects. But at the same time, the family members, she herself should respect, because nowadays with this modernization, children want to postpone their pregnancy, or they don't want to become pregnant immediately after the marriage. They want to understand the husband before getting marriage. That is why we do pre-marriage counseling. When she is mentally not prepared to become pregnant, then definitely there are some nowadays we are seeing lot of genetic problems which is happening in the babies. So she should have a normal delivery. If she is not mentally prepared, there are so many reasons for this abnormal deliveries also. The postpartum care is also very, very important. After the delivery, the way the mother takes care of the child is also very important, because we are all at work. We have only 45 days leave. We give the child to somebody, because nowadays grandparents are not there with us. We give it to somebody and then we start working. And then breastfeeding also, there is no time, minimum 1 year at least we should care for that. Even when the child is becoming an adolescent also is important. So in each stage we have to, the women has to take care, and support around is also equally important. So Vedatrian principle, Maharishi Vedatri says, individual peace only will lead on to the world peace. So there are 5 duties each and every one of us should do. That is to the self. Every woman should spend 8 hours for herself. I know all of you are really surprised. How is it possible, doctor? 8 hours for herself? Yes, this is like the chisel and the axe story. If you take time to chisel your axe, then it is possible to work 16 hours for others. That is, in that 8 hours, at least 6 hours, you should sleep peacefully. And 2 hours out of this, half an hour of exercise, half an hour of your meditation or yoga you can do, or some passion you must be having, either gardening or some social service, something you should do apart from the work of the family and apart from the work of your office or hospital or whatever you are doing. So 8 hours you have to take care. How you do it, it is up to you. And then next is important is family. So we take care of the family by doing all the services, whichever is possible, along with the work. Then we really have to take care of the relatives. Nowadays with this nuclear family, handling relatives is a big challenge, but definitely we can work on that. Then automatically we can do more service to the community and the society. So individually, if we are peaceful only, it is possible to bring the world peace. For this, we have to have moderation in 5. That is, our thoughts has to be clear, because mind pollution is one of the worst pollution in the environment. Because once we take care of our thoughts, try to feed in only positive thoughts into your mind. Of course, the mind, it is very difficult to keep the mind without any thoughts. So, but always try to keep in some positive thoughts. Food we already discussed. What important and healthy food we feed at which age is all very, very important. Even work we discussed, 8 hours we have to work for ourselves. Then 8 hours we can work in the office, 8 hours we can work for the house. So we can't say this 8 hours is for me, this 8 hours is for office. All are clubbed together. In between, in the office also, you can take a small break and do some breathing exercise for yourself. And the important thing is sexual feelings. Of course, Maharishi says everybody will have a sexual feeling. In Brahmacharya, it is not needed. You can convert this sexual energy into positive energy. When you are in a grahastha stage, with moderate, you can have it with your husband or wife, because now with so much of YouTubes and WhatsApps running around, unnecessary involvement will simply drain your energy, because this is something divine. So no need to drain this energy. And next important is sleep. Minimum 6 to 8 hours of sleep is very important to each and every one of us. Of course, see the olden days, how the phone was uniting everybody. Now with this mobile, it has really divided the whole family. So we have to be on the social media, because today, because of this online session only, I am talking from Sharjah, and all of you from different parts of the world are listening to this. It is important, but at the same time, we should not go into unwanted things and waste our time. So we, as a mother, it is our duty to monitor what our children are doing. They don't know how to differentiate between good and bad. So once we learn how to differentiate between good and bad, automatically we can help our children also, because social media is taking away so much of time. As Maharishi said, there are thousands of TV channels. It is in our hand to which channel we have to choose it. So there are so many good things and bad things. So we have to understand which is good and which is bad and select on that. Spiritual health is very, very important, because religion and spiritual health is almost similar. In religion, we have a fixed God, but the aim of each religion is to bring harmony and peace to the world. Spirituality, you can work on anything, whichever God, whichever symbol, whatever you want in spirituality. By prayers and blessings also, we can heal ourselves. We can bring peace and peace of mind by doing gratitude therapy every day, at least 10 gratitude. Thank you very much, God. If all of you who are listening have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and 2 ears, first thing is you just say, thank you very much, God, because there are so many people who don't even have these basic organs. Then another spiritual practices is meditation, at least for half an hour, because any yoga, if you follow, mind, body, and soul will be connected together. Learning more about yourself, your physical health, your mental health, your passion, your purpose in life will strengthen your spiritual health. Self-motivating techniques by reading good books and developing your passion, watching some movies, which also rejuvenates you. Best to avoid drinking and smoking, because it is only temporary happiness which is bringing, and there is so much of side effects in that also. Next, last stage is Vanaprastha. We have only few more minutes to go. This is the last stage, 48 to 72 years, and next stage comes the sannyasa stage. In this Vanaprastha stage, it is retirement stage, of course, but not to go into the forest. With this modern lifestyle, we can stay at home only. We can gracefully hand over everything to our family members. If daughter-in-law is there, we can just gracefully hand over, because it is her family. Your son and daughter-in-law, no need to interfere. Same thing with your daughter also. Children know how to take care of themselves. No need to interfere too much in their life. Only if it is, whenever help is needed, definitely we should help them out. We have so many online things to learn. We have to learn more about ourselves. Then in retired stage, we have to know more about ourselves. First, who am I? What is the purpose of my life? And we have learned so much of knowledge. All our degrees, what we have learned all these years, we can teach to the society. We can serve the society, because whatever knowledge we have gained, because now we have a lot of time and we have a lot of knowledge. Of course, money, we in Grihastha stage, we were running behind money, but now we should be satisfied with whatever money we have earned, because children will take care of themselves. No need to earn money, too much of money for them, because the society needs us at this stage. It is our duty to share our knowledge with the society in this stage. But women has one important medical problem during this. That is menopause. Menopause is a natural biological process. When our mothers and grandmothers went through the menopause, we never even knew that. Any periods, if the period stops for 12 months continuously, we call it as menopause. But these days, so much of menopausal symptoms happens. Hot flush is one important thing. Another is night sweats, irregular periods, mood swings, vaginal dryness, decreased libido, headache, breast tenderness, burning mouth, joint pain, digestive problem, electric shock, muscle tension, gum problem, irregular periods, tingling extremity, itching skin, fatigue, anxiety, disrupted sleep, hair loss, weight gain, difficulty in concentration, goes on the list. It itself says how much of stress this woman is going through during this menopausal stage. How to manage this menopause? This is just a normal physiological process. By eating healthy food, by doing a physical activity, by following your spiritual practices, by handling your stress, it is possible to manage menopause. But otherwise, you have to go for a medical treatment, and we have to give HRT, hormone, and other medication. Of course, when we are not doing these basic holistic approaches, we have to approach different specialties. So that is when I did my MBBS, then slowly gynecology, obstetrician, adolescent clinic, pregnancy clinic, menopause specialist, International Menopause Society, Gynecological Society, then came laparoscopy, then came colposcopy. Then we can't handle much, so we have to refer to endocrinologists, diabetologists, cardiologists, neurologists, surgeon, neuro. Like that, specialty kept on increasing. Naturally, medical cost will increase because the type of instruments we use, the type of investigation, because allopathy is a evidence-based medicine. We have to produce proof of what disease you have got, because nowadays they Google and come and say, doctor, I have got this problem, give me this medicine. But then we have to prove, right? So we have to do some investigation. There are some medicines which will cause some side effects, so we can't just like that give the medicines what they are asking. So only if there is any problem, we have to write this medicine. You just can go for a flashback, because those days doctor will tell you eat nicely, sleep nicely, drink lot of water, you will be all right. But nowadays we know all that, doctor just give medicine because I want quick response. That's what they say. But grandmother, mother, they are all the important doctors of the house. So they know lot of alternative methods. So once every woman knows some basic things. See, once you have a headache, as doctor we say take Panadol or Crocin, but mother will put some hot tea and give it to them, and just keep her hand on the chin and on the head, and then with little bit of love and affection, the disease is gone. So that is how we can remove lot of problem through when a mother is really knowledgeable with so many other things, instead of blaming the medical system that they have become this, they have become that. Let us all bless the doctors, because in this COVID situation, we know how hard each and every doctor is working on that. Because spiritually, there are so many other causes also, like genetic imprints, planetary position, natural calamities. There are so many things which is causing these problems. Doctors don't have any time even for their family or for their spiritual practices. So let us all bless each and every doctor so that they can work efficiently. There are other symptoms like stress also, which will cause so many symptoms like low energy, headache, upset, stomach pain. If we don't take care of our stress, naturally it will lead on to other problems like depression and anxiety is most common these days. Anger, irritability, worry. Sometimes this stress level is too much that they even commit suicide. Suicide is one of the most important cause of death in this modernization of life. That is why in spiritual practices, we have meditation, because mental health and meditation has so much of connection. 80 to 90% of the diseases are due to the disturbance in our mental health. By doing meditation, we can reduce the mental frequency, we can reduce stress, we can reduce our stress hormones. So many chronic medical conditions can be prevented. We can cleanse our genetic system. It also definitely boosts our entire system just by practicing meditation. So that is how I got really absorbed in this Vedatrium philosophy. Maharishi Vedatri really has very simple philosophies. There is something called introspection, where we just analyze our thought, we moralize our desires, we also neutralize our anger, and we eradicate our worries. And who am I? What is the purpose of my life? What is this sin imprint? And how we can work on that so that we can live in harmony and peace within yourself, so that we can bring peace to the family, society, and to the whole world. So blessing therapy, just by sitting there, you can all bless me and I can bless all of you. So there is a even particular order. First, bless your life partner, bless your children, sibling, friends, relatives, and colleagues. You can even bless your enemies and change their mindset. You can bless doctors and team. We can bless so many people around you. Just by sitting at home only, you can do this blessing therapy. So many research which has proved that this is possible. So according to our ancient tradition, we can attain moksha through any of these, either bhakti yoga, the path of love and devotion, the karma yoga. As a women, continuously we are working, but definitely we are in the right path. Don't get bored, because you work and say, oh my God, what is this? I'm doing so much of work. The effect will not be there. Bhakti yoga, it is our duty to make our children also to understand, just by listening to 1 hour of this bhakti songs, or having faith in any God, whichever you believe in. Definitely we can attain either Raja Yoga or Jnana Yoga. It is all path which is leading on to attain moksha. Of course, women are special, because women are given special things of little bit more of love, patience, tolerance, sacrifice, love and respect. Because for every child, mother and father are the best role model, and the human society would be incomplete without its complement of women, a fact that has to be accepted by all men. So individual peace, world peace is possible when men and women in the society respect the mother, sister, wife, and daughter, and forefront of all the activities are these women. So the duty of men is to respect these women and protect her spiritual practices for their own betterment. The most important thing, which nowadays is a big joke in WhatsApp and everywhere, is this husband and wife. So they feel as if it is a curse for getting married itself. This husband and wife relationship is getting strained so much. It's a unique relationship through marriage, through culture. It's a lifetime. Next to mother, there is no comparison. You can't compare your mother and your wife, because mother is a mother and wife is a mother. As Dr. John Gray says, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Their way of thinking is little different. You can just see with this small example. You just give a cup of coffee and a mobile, the men will be so happy and they go into a state of bliss. Whereas for women, every time she needs a cup of love, a cup of understanding, a cup of faith, a big cup of appreciation, a cup of kindness, communication, forgiveness, patience. None of this costs anything. It is very easy. So whenever you see the women in any form, as a sister, as your wife, as your daughter, just keep giving this. It's so important, because their hormone level is like that. They just feel motivated. They need some sort of motivation in any of these forms. So please stop forwarding the jokes of the wife, and then respect this important relationship. Maharishi says, women are not superior to men, and men are not superior to women. Women and men are not equal also, because women are a gift. They are precious treasures in the society. We all know that health is wealth and prevention is better. So it is a great, important message to all the women. physical health, mental health, spiritual health. All are equally important. So work for this. So you have to work for individual peace, then only we can get into the world peace. It is also our duty to protect environment, because now environmental pollution also is increasing. Continue to improve your knowledge on yourself, on the society, on the nature. There are so many knowledge available. So please continue to improve this knowledge. Women often play a greater role in running of the house. It is the duty of the men to protect them by alleviating their suffering and eradicating the injustice that prevails in the society. They should be provided with ample opportunities to improve their skills, earn more, and take up spiritual practices for their own betterment. It's not yours, it's not mine, it's ours. So protect your mother who nourishes you. Be blessed by the divine with the health, wealth, happiness, peace, and prosperity. Thanks to each and every one of you for your patient listening, because now we will give more time for the question and answer session and for discussion, because there are so many eminent members in this team who will also give in their thoughts. Thank you all very much. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Really holistic approach, madam. Actually, medical yoga, spirituality, philosophy merged everything together. Now we know why you got so many degrees to merge everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Covered the whole life of the woman, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there is a prop saying, what you choose today, you're going to live tomorrow. We all have choose to see this life-changing session today than IPL or Big Boss. So I think participants will concentrate on their health from tomorrow.
Today.
From today. Okay. So now we move on to question answer session. Participants can clear their doubts by typing in the chat box or by raising their hands.
Great, Dr. Thavamani. வெளியில மழை பெய்தா ஷார்ஜால? Let us hear from the doctors panel. Dr. Chokkalingam, Dr. Shanmuvelu, Dr. Gupta, and Dr. Krishnamurthy, Dr. Anil, and so many panel of doctors. I think I would request Dr. Chokkalingam to bless Dr. Thavamani and all of us for in the care team, so that they continue their great effort. Dr. Chokkalingam, sir.
I am Dr. Chokkalingam, cardiologist. Thavamani, she is my cousin. I am so happy, Thavamani, you have given the excellent talk. First time hearing, and I'm really grateful to our Rangaswamy, Dr. Krishnamurthy, and everyone. I feel it's an excellent session, it's the need of the hour. You have covered all the points. Actually, she was my student, and I'm learning from her as her student now. How she is really brilliant. I appreciate Thavamani. And only 1 or 2 minutes comment about why everyone should follow. And I had the greatest opportunity of serving as a cardiologist for our Guruji himself. About long time back, Rangaswamy knows, and our president also knows about that. I had the greatest opportunity. He's a great person, not to opinion about it. And he has been stressing all the points so nicely for the society. Rangaswamy சொன்னபடி தனி மனிதனுடைய அமைதி தான் உலக அமைதிக்கு வழிகாட்ட முடியும். அதில் ஒன்றும் மாற்று கருத்தில்லை. நம்ம அனைவரும் சேர்ந்து சமுதாயத்தை மேன்மைப்படுத்த வேண்டும். அதான் அடிக்கடி சொல்றேன். If you want to live nicely, please remember for existence 3 E's. E for emotion, E for eating, E for exercising. And made it as a 3 mantras. Be healthy. First of all, you must say, be positive in thinking, as Aisha has been stressing. Emotion, eating, exercise. Be positive in thinking. Be healthy in eating. Be adequate in exercising. If everyone follows 3 mantras, myself, Thavamani, and all physicians will become jobless. That is what you are going to drive for the society, where மருந்தெல்லாம் மருத்துவம் தான் முக்கியமானது. மருந்தே தேவையில்லை. The moment if you are going to adhere strictly about our Maharishi's concepts, how one must live like that. அதான் அடிக்கடி சொல்றேன். முக்கியமானது வெற்றி அடைவது மகிழ்ச்சி அல்ல, மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் இருப்பதுதான் வெற்றி. If a person is going to be happy, no disease will come, even up to 100 years. The moment you sacrifice happiness, மகிழ்ச்சியை இழக்கும் பொழுது உன்னையே இழந்து விடுகின்றாய். அதான் முக்கியமானது. அதோட மிக முக்கியமானது இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா, அது கோவிட்ல இறக்கிறத விட கோவிட் வந்துருமான்னு இறக்குறவங்க ஹார்ட் அட்டாக்ல நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. தவமணி, கிரியேட் அவேர்னஸ். கோவிட் உண்மையா ஞாபகம் வச்சுங்க, இட் இஸ் யூனிசெல்லுலர் வைரஸ். இட் கேனாட் இண்டிபெண்டன்ட்லி சர்வைவ். நம்ம தான் அதுக்கு போட்டு தீனி போட்டு நம்மள கொடுத்து நம்ம கிட்ட வர வச்சு நம்ம இறந்துட்டு இருக்கோம். தி மூமெண்ட் யூ ஃபாலோ, இப்பதான் WHO கூட அமைச்சிருக்கேன் ரங்கசாமி அவர்களே, SMS ஃபாலோ பண்ணா போதும், கோவிட் நம்மளை விட்டு போயிடும். அதுனா SMS கேட்டா
a lot of people are in from different states, they want in English.
Okay Thavamani, I request everyone to follow SMS. S is soap and sanitation, M is masking, S is social distancing. Here I want to stress once again, we must distance your hand from the face. That is, if you are going to follow SMS, because that COVID-19 virus can exist only 3 hours in the air. If you are going to keep away from that 3 hours, all will die. We are not leaving that COVID, you are getting to that and you are dying. Never have the fear, you must strictly follow that, because it's a very difficult era that you are undergoing. That's what I used to say. Everything is fast, Thavamani. Fast food, fast travel, fast communication, fast life. Heart has to beat faster, life ends faster. So you follow that Vedatri must want to be how you must be calm, blissful all the time. That's what I used to say in short. Please, he or she wants more, still more, till is no more. Don't go into the stage of that. And the moment as our friend Rangasamy is smiling, I am confident you are going to celebrate his 100th birthday by your all presence.
Thank you, sir.
Smiling will keep you healthy. So never compromise happiness, never postpone happiness, carry happiness wherever you are going. That's what I used to say in short. Please remember, success does not give you happiness. Happiness is the greatest success. You are going to remember that. The reason why I am saying that, our friend and Krishnamurthy may be knowing, even today I am in the 9th floor in the Institute of Cardiology as Director, Emeritus Professor Cardiology. Till today I never used even a single time lift for climbing up to my room. I always use staircase. புதுசா ஒரு லிஃப்ட் வேணும்னா, சார் why don't you come by lift? ஏன் பஸ் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் பண்றீங்க சார்? லிஃப்ட்ல வாங்க சார், மேல சீக்கிரம் போயிடலாமேன்னா. So why Rangasamy is becoming more and more younger, because he does not know anything other than happy and communicating happiness to everyone. Krishnamurthy, you have taken your concept of care is really excellent. I really appreciate.
Thank you,
and keep smiling. And please, all of you must follow 3 mantras at any moment, and you must, what shall I say, follow the principles of our Maharishis one, communicate to the society, make our society healthy, thereby wealthy. I really appreciate once again. Thanks a lot for this nice opportunity and care, and my friend Rangasamy and my
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
It was wonderful,
Thank you
wonderful.
very much, sir. It was really a great honor to be like said by our
Now, one
professor.
great thing happening,
Thank you.
Rangasamy, in COVID, we cannot go to places and spending money and going, traveling, everything. Now see here, within a minute, world is communicated because of webinar and Zoom. How lucky we are. Fortunately, till today, virus does not know how to spread through Zoom. The moment if he knows through the spreading of virus and Zoom, we all will be scared. Now it can be without any mask, no visa, no restriction traveling, and it cannot happen. Let us be all united. That's what I used to say. Those who are living with their friends, those who are living their relatives, their life will be extended. and they must live in nature. I really appreciate. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for
Thank you,
this
doctor.
opportunity.
Thank
We
you.
are fortunate to have you with us today. It was
Yes.
a great pleasure listening to you, and I have heard many a times, but the same tone, the same way. I think Maharishi has blessed you and blessed all of us to be with in this period of time. Thank you
1
very much,
minute,
doctor.
Rangaswamy. Whenever I listen your talk, I learn a lot from you, and I'm copying and giving to others. You
Thank
are
you.
really giving me to enlighten. You are really gifted to be with our Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank
Be
you.
blessed by the divine.
Thank
It's
you,
our
sir.
honor, and it's our honor, and very happy to see all these humorous talks. Thank you. And here we go with a question, madam. Suresh
Yes.
Kumar has asked, Doctor, now our agriculture is made to depend on genetically and hybrid seeds with
Yes.
tons of chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. Based on this kind of food grains production, the food and health system totally collapsed. And again,
Yes.
in the name of treatment and disease, person needs to consume drugs and chemicals in the name of medicine. In this situation, how individual can ensure their own health by doing spiritual practices? One side we spoil our environment and land, and the other side we do spiritual practices. Do you think it will give the sustainable health to people in the society?
It's a very, very fantastic question he has raised, ma'am, because again, women played a very, very important role in that. In olden days, men used to go to the forest to collect something and come. Women, after cooking, whatever seeds was there, they used to throw outside in the garden, outside, and plants used to come. They used to grow fruits and vegetables at home. What happened to that now? Why are we just running around for something? Why we can't have a kitchen garden?
We don't
Kitchen
have
garden.
vacant land nowadays.
Yeah. No, ma'am. There are so many. You just Google, and there are so many people who are doing housewives who are doing this as a hobby. They teach you. Even I learned, because so many diseases are increasing. I can't leave my job and go. But when I retire, definitely I'll do agriculture job. That I decided, because now growing vegetables at home is easy. Every woman can do that. That is a passion, because they are all so much talented. Otherwise, they will watch TV serial and waste time in so many other things. And growing vegetables at home, it gives you a lot of mental peace and happiness. Children also will learn what is healthy food and how we can grow. It is possible, ma'am. I have seen so many women sharing the Green the Red campaign. There are so many teams who are into this. So we should work, and every job should work with consciousness that they know that it is a poison causing cancer and causing so many health hazard to other people. Then why should they use that? Because human beings are losing consciousness. But when you practice spiritually, definitely you will be very conscious about what you are doing to yourself as well to the society. But that is where the spiritual people tell, and that what type of money you are earning is so important. You cannot earn money by hook or crook. You should earn money with some ethics. Ethics should be there in what type of money you are earning. That should be there in all the profession, in all the job, including medical profession or agriculture profession or any profession. They should have some ethics we follow. That is what we have to do, ma'am. If agriculture has to improve, see, so many farmers are committing suicide because they don't know their rainwater harvesting. They don't know, and the lands are becoming dry. The youngsters are all moving on to the city. So even youngsters, if we educate these youngsters, definitely they will get back our agriculture. In India, almost 80%, 83% are agricultural land. So we can get back this agricultural land. Definitely it is possible.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. K. Gupta, could you please speak? Dr. K. Gupta, you can speak now.
Dr. Gupta?
Am I audible?
Yes, doctor. It's really so nice to hear your voice.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, I could see only last two slides. And no doubt the tail end is the summary. which reflect back to the whole scenario which you have given. My area is empowerment, and right from PhD on empowerment to the bringing this concept to all societal aspects. So I was very much interested. Only thing I missed it. Any possibility, I request organizer or you. I have given my email and phone number. Kindly help me by sending content so that I also can learn something more from you.
Dr. Sir, you can see this program in our YouTube channel.
Okay, thanks. So nice. So nice. And I don't want to supplement anything because our question, because I was just at the last stage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And we are
Dr.
having.
Shanmugavelaya, you can speak now.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. My respect
evening,
to Dr.
Doctor.
Chockalingam, because I know him very well. And to Rangasamy, I want to tell in my slides, I'm using that character A, B, C, D, and alpha, beta, delta, delta. That I have stolen from his book only. So many times I have told I'm copying many things from many books. That ABCD character I have taken from his books, and a lot of dry food, fruits, everything I have taken from his books. So that book was a nice one. And with that, I'm thriving for the last 10 years. Right. Thavamani, you really done a justice to the crowd. You enlightened them. You given the spark to their brain. You seeded the things where all you have to touch, you have touched. Now, I don't want to interfere between you and others. That's why you have done enough. So I would like to close, and I want to hear from the others. Lot of people will be having lot of doubts. Let them ask. That will give lot of clearance for also. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
So, but your class on food was very good. You should take that food now, what type of food, because kitchen department belongs to the women. So they like which is healthy, which is not healthy. The way you presented was very good. So you should highlight.
Correct. For the modern days, and that
Yes.
person said all are adulterated, and we should go for our dry land grains. That ragi, godumai, solam, these are all less medicines used, and this is the best our food for our South India. So, and if we go for that, and if we go for green leaves are almost good, and go for A to milk. If we and egg, let it be anything. Egg is always good. In that way, if we go, we can just easily manage our food. It will not be a problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. As Dr. Thavamani said, we will have a separate session on food and food habits. If only our Dr. Krishnamurthy agrees, we can fix up a date, and it will benefit definitely all the people who are in care team.
Sure.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sure.
Rangasamy Ayyar, what is that ABCD?
ABCD, it's very simple. Doctor himself will tell you. It is not that A for apple or B for boy. All that is not there. It is a categorization of the entire world of people. So how he divides, I think it is a big session. And in fact, Doctor has borrowed, he said, from the book called Idayam Kakka. Am I correct, sir? Idayam Kakka is written by Dr. Chockalingam. And in fact, we have all attended his session. He gave a video and a wonderful presentation he made on how to take care of the heart. Idayam Kakka, how to take care of heart.
Thavamani, Rangasamy, and Shanmugam, I'm really thankful. And I wrote a book on, by the insistence of our Guruji, he made me to write the book on Idayam Kakka. And I wrote it in English, Mind Your Heart, else you were published. Very simple, Thavamani, one line I'll tell you. Avoid, A is anxious, avaricious, agitated. C is a compressed, concealed, not communicative. D is depressed, dissatisfied, distressed. And I introduced 20 years back, E is exchanging personality, changing from one to other. So avoid A, C, D, E, but only strictly follow what Maharishi said, type B personality. Well, happy and everything. I used to ask in many meetings, Thavamani, which is the best blood group we like to possess? We are now divided. We don't believe in race, color, religion, country like that. But if you are divided by, you know, that A, B, O, every group, RH because a rhesus monkey. If God has given the chance to choose one blood group, which one you will choose, Thavamani? Which is the best blood group you like to choose? I'm asking Thavamani.
Oh, sir. Oh.
Very good. Because O is the universal donor, they can give the blood to everyone. But I feel the best blood group should be B positive. See how our Rangasamy and Shanmugam clapping. The moment if you clap and smile, you are getting distant from Chokkalingam. And I used to ask, I put one slide, which is the best degree to possess? What you are having, my DM, PhD, or Thavamani's PhD, or all our listeners have got plenty of degrees. Which is the best degree to possess? You know that?
Become.
You got the point because you. And I want to ask you final one question, Rangasamy and my friend Shanmugam and Thavamani. The best degree one should have is a BCom, no doubt about it. Why it gained the name as a PhD? What do you mean by PhD? PhD is what? Doctor of Philosophy. Anything you get it, they ultimately give PhD. Let it be economics, finance, medicine, everything will say PhD because Doctor of Philosophy is Tanne Arivade, self-realization. The moment if you realize what you are, nothing will happen to you. There is no way they gave the degree ultimate is PhD. Doctor of Philosophy is understanding self-realization. So I'm really happy, Thavamani. You are all doing an excellent job and you are caring for the society. We all put together, take care of our society as our Maharishi wanted. That is the way, the direction we are all traveling. I'm really happy. Thanks for nice opportunity. Where is Krishnamurthy? Krishnamurthy, why don't you unmute and then talk? I want to see your face also.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for
How are you,
your...
Krishnamurthy?
Fine, doctor.
They are all very good friends of mine.
Thank you for your visit.
I am ready to share your platform in care, provided you get minimum 10,000 people.
Oh, certainly, sir.
The reason why
is easily possible, doctor.
I know that
Absolutely
when
possible.
all put together, why I'm saying, yesterday I addressed one university in Wales University, another one in VIT. You won't believe me, sir. 16,000 students took part.
Excellent.
But here I feel each one now took part about 50%. Each one is equivalent to 1,000 people.
Thanks a lot.
So this is the way of communicating our message, and we'll see that it must reach enormous people. I'm really happy from Sharjah, Thavamani is so much interested. So now the most precious thing in life, in earth today is our life itself. So once you preserve life, because the corona redefined our life. Nobody expected this speed. We don't know what is going to be tomorrow, but live for today and be extremely careful. That is, otherwise we may lose our life. No two opinion about it. I'm really happy that you have given time for me to share my ideas. I'm very thankful to Krishnamurthy Kar, Rangaswamy, my brother and everyone. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for your support, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It is a big gift for today. And you gave us a very valuable, quite a bit of a thing. Dr. Shanmugam has added one more point to your Idayam Kaka. And the B positive la enna பண்ணுவாரு golden Buddha போட்டுருவாரு என்ன shining. it is like that only. He has selected and he has been
Rangasamy
advocating.
sir, Shanmugavel by name is my son. See that how it happens, and we all together live for the society.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Excellent, Doctor.
There is one more doctor also from Visakhapatnam. Dr. Prakash Kudur is there. He can also share his views.
Doctor, could you raise your hand? We can identify you easily.
Okay, no problem. We can go to the
Krishnamurthy,
other participant for question.
Okay.
Krishnamurthy, I'm going for another meeting, Rangasamy. Thanks a
Thanks a
lot.
lot.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot.
so much, Doctor. It
Thank you
was
very much.
really,
Thank you.
today highlight was your presence.
I'm
Thank
very,
you.
very,
Thank
very
you so much.
thankful
And
to
See
you
you
now,
all.
again.
Thanks a
Madam
lot.
and Rangasamy sir, there is a commitment you should bring Chokkalingam sir for our meeting.
Surely, surely.
I really came down to listen you and learn from you all.
Thank you,
Really, I
Doctor.
learned a lot from Shanmugavel, Rangasamy and Thavamani. ஒரு சின்னது ஒன்று சொல்லிட்டு போறேன். இப்ப யாராவது உங்களுக்கு கைத்தட்டுன்னு சொன்னா நீங்க தானே கைத்தட்டுனீங்க.
Correct.
கைத்தட்ட ரகசியம் என்ன தெரியுமா? All organs are imprinted in the palm. The moment if you are going to clap by acupressure, they are stimulated. The impulses reaches the brain. From that brain, it reaches all the organs, and the simple clapping will make all organs to function more than 100 years.
Thank
So
you.
clap yourself and be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Doctor.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Madam, there are a lot of appreciations here in the chat box. I think so you can see.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. That's what, if we cannot talk to everybody also, we can just put in your thoughts in the chat box so that it will be very helpful for us.
And-
Please put in your thoughts in the chat box also.
Okay.
Thavamani, who is that lady anchoring? What is her name? Why she is not showing her face?
Yeah.
I'm Geeta.
Geeta, I'm not able to see you, Geeta. Remove your mask and no virus. We can be bold enough. We can show. Where is Geeta? I'm not able to see her.
Doctor, when you are doing the program, you can see me.
Oh, you
Waiting for
want
your
to?
program to, yeah.
No, your choice. I'm not saying. Nothing. If not, I leave it to your choice, Geeta. I really appreciate the way in which you modulated.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
I
My
appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
pleasure. And Uttara Devi, Madam, excellent presentation, Doctor.
Thank you.
Dr. Anil came and okay.
Okay. Doctor, please give us the tips that around in the age of 40s, how to take care of their women, how to take care of themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the menopausal age group, no? That is vanaprastha stage. And at this stage, main thing is we should realize that we have almost completed all our duties. Mentally, we have to be a little bit free. Then we have to concentrate on our physical activity. Small exercise is very important. Sky yoga is one of the best. It's very simple yoga in sky yoga. And every day it takes about half an hour to practice this yoga. And Kaya Kalpa exercises also, meditation also we can do. And when we do introspection, we really will understand what is the purpose of our life. Because otherwise, we don't know where we are going. And then next important is eat healthy food. Healthy food itself is a very important topic. Basic is what we discussed just now, no? That much of food is, and then try to involve yourself with lot of activities. Don't feel bad about that you have become old and you have become useless, because that is how the other people around you will make you feel. But you should not lose hopes. And with your hormone change and with people around you thinking that you are useless, you are not needed anymore, you should not feel low with these type of thoughts. It is up to you to motivate yourself. That is what is very important in the menopausal age group. That is where they really become so low. because there are so many good things which you should learn. Try to be with people of your age, try to be with your youngsters. In olden days, the grandparents used to be there with during that age, where the bondage is almost same, because grandchildren and grandparents, they go together very well because they both are like child. But this, in modernization, it is not there. So we have to find an alternative for that. So try to be with the children, try to be with people of different age groups. It is you who has to schedule yourself. Otherwise, no, you will develop a lot of diseases, and then you'll be in the hospital most of the time, which is not needed. If you take care of yourself from the beginning, it is not needed. You can avoid all these other medications.
Okay. Yeah, social life also helps in being happy, isn't it, madam?
Correct. Correct. Very important. That's why that friends, no, because once you're married, your husband's friend, then your children's friend, they are all your friends. But don't try to neglect your own friends. Keep at least 2 or 3. Not like Facebook, you have 1,000 friends, and WhatsApp, you have 1,000 friends. Keep 2, 3 friends who are real to you, where you can really share your thoughts, and that is very important.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Anil Tar, you can speak now. Dr. Anil Tar, you can unmute yourself and speak, please.
Hello. Can
Yes,
I
sir,
audible?
proceed. Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor. We can hear.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very informative session.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I am a Dr. Anil Tor from Maharashtra, city Aurangabad. Okay.
You can share your thoughts also, sir. What points you would like to tell?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, doctor.
Very shy.
Surely, I can, Dr. Thavamani.
Yes, sir.
I stayed in Bombay for more than 17 years. A working women and the working people, they have a wretched life. And the way the commutation, that is, people travel from one place to the other. Earlier, it was within a short distance of 8 to 10 kilometers. Now today, a lady who is working in a diamond charting area, myself and my wife visited them, and they have to travel from 40 to 50 kilometers hanging virtually in the fast train, and they are suffering like anything. And they are, you imagine, they have to work even up to 7th month pregnant. And unfortunately, we went and we met some of them about a year back, because Titan has got Titan Jewelry has got a division over there, diamond sorting in Bandra area. I think Dr. Anil must be knowing the way they are working in a very small compartmented area, 3 feet by 3 feet. They have to sit like anything. So, it is a machine like sorting. The Bombay entire women folk working, and if you see the train traveling from one end to the other, then you will know whatever you said today is so much valid for this fast life. And this is what is happening, and Dr. Anil must contribute to upgrading. And whenever I request you, sir, you have come all the way from Maharashtra, and Maharashtra, especially the Bombay region, is flooded with this pathetic situation. And please help people, and try to communicate what we said was about a simplified. If you want any doubt, you can go to our website, put www.skyyoga. You will get all the information. Pass it on to them. They will benefit immensely. Thank you, doctor, for coming from Maharashtra.
Thank you, Rangasamy sir. Whenever we dig, we are getting water from Rangasamy sir. So whenever we will get more information. Thank you, sir. And here we go. Here we go with our next announcement. Next announcement is Learn with Care. All our care programs are uploaded in our YouTube channel, Care HRD for Success. You can make use of it. Your missed programs can also be watched. Formally, பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, எங்களை என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுங்க. And our next program announcement. And here is our another honor for our care. Our next program topic is Financial Education Program for Adults. conducted by National Council for Financial Education, RBI, SEBI. They are conducting this program. And the speaker is Mr. Manoharan Sir, Manoharan Manikam, RSETI ex-director, on Sunday 18th at 10:45 a.m. Please note, participants, this program is done in Google Meet, not in Zoom. So please check the link and join. If you have any problem in loading, please download the app, Google app, and join. So you have to come early to the program, since this joining will be some problem. So you have to join early. So start joining by 10 o'clock. So next is vote of thanks by our own MC Sahana. Over to you,
Dr.
Sahana.
Krishnamurthy didn't comment, no? Dr. Krishnamurthy.
It was an excellent program, madam. It was to a complete in its objective. Thanks a lot, doctor.
Dr. Thavamani is speechless.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I just pulled Dr. Chokkalingam and made the entire program only Dr. Chokkalingam oriented, because so much of rich experience that repetition need not be there. So of Dr. Thavamani, that's why in the beginning I said there is a doctor's panel, and that is how the entire program got oriented towards this eminent personalities coming. I think Dr. Krishnamurthy would have appreciated that. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Rangasamy has spoken on behalf of me also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, doctor.
Thank you.
Now, vote of thanks by our own MC Sahana. Over to you, Sahana.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to convey my heartfelt gratitude to our today's speaker, Dr. Thavamani, for such an inspiring and wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am. Also,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Thank you.
Also, I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Rangasamy for the wonderful inaugural address with an interesting introduction to the chief guest. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm also glad to thank our technical team for their never-ending support. Thank you, Mr. Balasubramaniam, and thank you, Mr. Shankara Subramaniam. I also thank our media partner, Success Media, and a great thanks to our coordinator, Mrs. Geeta Palaniyappan, for being such an interactive host. Thank you, ma'am. And thanks to our CARES designer, Mr. Nandanan, for adding such awesome colors. And a special thanks to our Founder Director CARE, Dr. R. Krishnamurthy, and Joint Director CARE, Mr. S. Balachandra, for taking the society towards development through CARE. Last but not least, I thank all our participants for their constant support. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sahana, for your professional vote of thanks. And hope today's program had a lot of takeaways. Please use all the takeaways. Don't keep it aside. They may get spoiled. So implement what you have learned today. See you all on Sunday at 10:45 a.m. Till then, it's bye from CARE. Take care.